Good day, everyone. We are the Group 5, and today we are presenting our report on storing energy. Energy is all around us, but it isn't always available exactly when we need it. This presentation focuses on the science of how specific devices capture, hold, and eventually release that energy to power our modern world. This project was a collaborative effort by our team from Grade 12 Amethyst. The members include Angelina Medina, Charmil Tabalba, Joped Cabonilas, Safar Don Gicale, Calicent Paraiso, Jondo Ken Roble, and Samantha Permito. Together, we have researched various mechanical and chemical storage methods.
To start, what exactly is energy storage? It is the dedicated process of saving energy today so it can be used at a later time. Without storage, we would have to use energy the exact moment it is generated. By using storage devices, we can power machines, electronics, and tools even when they aren't plugged into a wall. This essentially allows our technology to work more efficiently and run continuously without interruption.
So our first example is the battery. Battery is one of the most common energy storage devices that stores energy in the form of chemicals. Inside the battery, chemical reaction create electrical potential energy. When the battery is connected to a device such as phone, flashlight, or remote control, the stored chemical energy causes another reaction that generates a steady flow of electric current and allowing the device to operate.
Sa loob ng isang baterya, may nagaganap na chemical reaction para mag-ipon ng electrical potential energy para makalikha ng kuryente.
Next, we have the capacitor. Unlike a battery, which uses chemicals, a capacitor stores energy within an electric field. It works by collecting electric charges on two closely spaced metal plates. The unique thing about capacitors is how they release energy. The stored charges can flow back into the circuit almost instantly. This makes them perfect for things that need a sudden burst of power, like a camera flash or a power supply circuit.
Ang kaibahan nito sa baterya ay mabilis nitong nailalabas ang kuryente pabalik sa circuit, kaya mainam ito sa mga camera flash at power supply circuits.
The third device is the flywheel, which represents mechanical energy storage. Instead of chemicals or fields, it uses motion. A heavy wheel is made to spin at incredibly high speeds. Because of its momentum, that spinning motion holds the energy. When the system needs power, the spinning motion is transferred back to the engine or machine. You'll find this in large engines and industrial energy storage systems. Gumagana ang flywheel sa pamamagitan ng isang gulong na mabilis na umiikot. Ang spinning motion na ito ang naglilipat ng enerhiya pabalik sa makina kapag kailangan na itong paandarin, gaya ng makikita sa mga engines.
Why do we need this system? Energy storage is critical because it ensures we have power precisely when we need it, other than just when it's produced. It significantly improves the efficiency of our machines and is the backbone of renewable energy system, like solar and wind, which need to store power for use when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing.
In summary, we've seen that energy can be stored in many different forms, whether it's chemical in batteries, electrical in capacitors, or mechanical in flywheels. Each method has a unique way of capturing and releasing power to keep our everyday electronics and industrial system running smoothly.
Thank you for your time and attention. This report was submitted in compliance with our general physics requirements under the guidance of Ma'am Carmela Ebalie. We hope you now have a better understanding of how we save the power that runs our world.